No.
Come on, you're dead on your feet. Come on. There'll be no good to anybody like this. I'll go take you home.
And let me know if there's any news, won't you?
Yes, we will.
I'll be at Emmerdale Farm.
Yes, we know.
Morning.
Hiya. Any news?
Not when I left the search. What time were you there till?
About 2. Got to the point it was more of a hindrance than a help. So I'd come back and get some sleep, see what I could do today. As well as look after this place as well.
And farm affairs seem petty in the circumstances. Something like this focuses the priorities.
Aye. Do you want a cuppa?
Yeah, please.
I wonder where he is then.
Poor little Mike could be anywhere. I just hope he's alive and well and not being held somewhere.
So you think he might have just run away then?
Who knows? Trouble is, you got to assume the worst and work back from it. Probably could survive a night or two on his own, but not much more, I think.
There seems such a rock-solid family duck subdance. I can't imagine why he'd want to run away.
He's 9 years old. His imagination will be very fertile. Who knows what's going on in his head? How's the work progressing?
As planned. Yeah, we'll be ready for the start of season. Oh, there's some prices I need for the timber repairs on some of the chalets.
All right. Take the labour you've got working at the moment and ask for volunteers to join the search.
Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Tell them it's for 2 days. 2 vital days, as I see it, and I'll pay them their current rate.
Well, that's very generous, Mr. Tate.
When you've got kids of your own, you'll understand, Mick.
Yeah.
If he's not been abducted, what could be so bad as to have driven him away?
He's just a kid, Jack. Who knows what's going through his mind? Something tiny's probably happened and he's built up out of all proportion. Perhaps he's just a little bit jealous about the young one.
No, I can't see it. Nobody was more concerned when she was ill. It's got to be down to me and Sarah rowing all the time. I never thought of the effect it was having on him.
Then as like as not, he'll be back, having taught you both a lesson. He'll be all right, Jack, I just know it.
I wish I could be so sure.
He's probably out there now, cold and miserable, and wondering how he can come home without getting into trouble with you.
I'd forgive him anything if only he'd come home.
Any news?
Nothing.
I'll make us all a cuppa.
Oh, let me do that.
I'll get back out there now that you've come home.
Don't say it like that, Jack. I've been out searching for him.
Well, if you hadn't done what you did in the first place... Oh, forget it.
No, go on, say it. If I hadn't got a job and worked away from home, then everything would have been all right.
Oh, come on. This is the last thing anybody needs now.
If you'd just stuck to working away from home, everything would have been all right. It's when you started playing away that the trouble began.
It just isn't true. I can explain everything that you saw.
Won't bring him back, though, will it?
Oh, hi, Betty.
This place looks like a bomb's hit the last days of ancient Rome. Have you been burning them herbal candles or something?
No, Betty, it was just a party. And a few hours searching for young Robert. Is there any news?
No, I haven't heard. I'm just praying that he'll be all right. Well, yes, there's terrible things these days. Children going missing and never being seen again.
Oh, it's a bit soon for that, isn't it? Poor little lad's only been gone a matter of hours.
Yes, well, I'm worried about him. I'm very fond of young Robert. He's like one of the family. Well, what sort of state is the rest of the house in, I wonder?
Oh, not so bad.
Good. Have you no shame? I know your mother. Do you think it's safe for me to enter the lounge? Oh, do you think I'm going to clean this lot up?
I do believe that's what she gets paid to do.
Do you reckon there'll be a reward, Dan?
There's a kid missing out there. You're going searching for him, not for any sort of reward.
Nobody'd do it for us.
My son might be thick, but he's right about that.
Shut it, thee. I'm not thick. I'm a man.
No, love, you're not. And the Pope's not a Catholic.
Think you're ready, lad? Now think. What happens when you're searching? You've an excuse to go anywhere you want. Any barn, shed, outbuilding. See what's what for the future.
I best get me outdoor clobber on then.
You're going to school, lady.
What about that poor missing kid?
I'll be the only missing kid from school, and all today you've got an education to catch up on.
If there is a reward, how will we sort it like? All to one who finds him, or will we share it out like?
There's only you mentioned a reward.
There might be one, though. I'd buy my son a car. Convertible with all extras.
With cortisone injection, same as what footballers have. Yeah.
Aye, I'd have all that.
Is there any news? Sorry, no. I just thought you might like this.
I'm not sure I could manage anything to eat, but thanks anyway.
Well, you ought to try.
I just keep churning it over and over again in my mind. Why he went. I'm thinking about it. I've neglected him since she was born. She was so ill, all I could do was think about getting her well again. And then when she was, I was up and out, getting on with my own selfish life.
Do you think it's doing anybody any good, you thinking like that? Now, look, give Victoria to me, you eat that, and then get yourself some proper sleep.
Oh, God, Jan. I hope he's going to be all right.
Well, think about it. I mean, to my mind, he's just run off, just to get a bit of attention from you and Jack. And then when he's fed up, he'll come home.
Please, God, you're right. Then we'll be a proper family again. I can't remember the last time that we were.
Come on, look, you give your mum some time to herself. Now, do as I say. You eat that, and then get some sleep.
I should be out looking for him with the others.
Look, eat and rest.
Any luck? No, not when I left them.
Is Dad back?
Fast asleep, determined to get back out there. I'll be going with him, make sure he doesn't overdo it. Can I get you some breakfast?
No, thanks. I haven't got time. I've got to go to surgery. Kim, can I tell you my news?
What news?
Well, I feel a bit guilty looking forward to my own future with Robert still missing, but...
What?
Emma and I are going to get a place together, and I'm delighted.
I'm really pleased for you. So, will you be taking up my offer now?
Look, I really appreciate it. But we're going to get a joint mortgage, so I don't need to sell my shares anymore. But thanks anyway.
Only wanted to be of help.
Thanks. Moustache.
See you.
Hey, Dave. Robert, come on.
Sometimes newspapers put the road money up. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
You'd be famous as well.
Tell us our best to help, Jack.
I appreciate it, Zach. Look, he wandered from the car. My fear is that he's stuck in a ditch or somewhere where he can't move, so those are the places to search rather than open ground.
Exposure's the danger, then?
I guess so. Best if you join that group over there. You'll know the land.
Fair enough. Lads and me can give you a day.
Appreciate it.
Come on, then. Sooner we get started, sooner a chance of finding him. Name's Robert, isn't it?
Have papers been on to you yet?
What are you blathering on about?
They might give you a reward. I thought it best sorted now rather than later.
Sorry, Jack.
I think it best if you went to the office instead of the search.
Can't you ask Chris to handle it today? I hate to sound cruel, but he can't really help with the
Yeah, I
search.
know, but he's preoccupied with his marital problems, and I'm expecting a call from a very large travel agent about the holiday village. The sooner you handle it.
All right, whatever you think's best. So, what's Chris's problem, then?
Rachel wants the divorce sorted out before the baby's born, which is sensible. Once the baby's here, there's a clear line of succession. If that's not too grand, would it?
for the company and your money?
Well, certainly a proportion of it. The fear is that Cathy or an advisor will realise this and use it as a lever to get a better settlement.
And what can you do to stop it?
Make her an immediate, seemingly generous offer. Tell her that if she doesn't agree, then we'll drag the proceedings on for a long, long time. But between you and me, my big fear is the shares. If she controls them, she controls us. Anyway, you just worry about keeping that travel agent sweet, and I'll see you later.
Sure. Bye.
Jack, I want to help. I want to offer my sympathy, apologize for any part I may have unknowingly played in this, and to assure you that nothing untoward was happening between myself and Sarah.
You're all words, and I'm too tired to banter sonnets and rhymes.
I'm not here to be smart with words, Jack. I'm here to help.
You've done enough to help my family, trying to steal my wife and causing my lad to go missing.
Oh, that is nonsense. Sarah's a fine woman, and you should think better of her.
Stop it! Go on, break it! That's it! Sit up!
A bloke turns up to help search for your missing kid, and you attack him? An explanation's called for, Mr. Sugden, don't you think?
The time for talking is when my lad's found. We're wasting time doing it now. I should be out there with the rest of them.
You're going nowhere until you tell me why you turned on that man. Your wife worked for him, didn't she?
You know she did.
That's all I know for sure, though. What else was going on, eh? An affair or what? So why did you attack him? What, did you think he was involved in your son's disappearance? We meet all kinds in this job, you know. I could tell you stories you wouldn't believe. Things people do to people. Things you wouldn't even dream of happening behind closed doors. In neat little houses, in neat little streets, in neat little villages.
Just let me go and look for my lad.
Things people do to kids. 9 times out of 10, it's by people who know them well. More often than not, it's family. Close family. Now, there's a lot of people out there looking for your lad. And you were the last person to see him before he went missing. So, you got anything to tell me, Mr. Sugden?
I've told you people everything I know.
You haven't told me why you turned on that man who was only trying to help. Go on. Go and join the search. But I'm not happy with your lack of cooperation, Mr. Sugden. I'll be having another word with you in the future.
I'll bottle up when I've had a minute, Al.
Oh, we can cope. You've got half an hour of your break left, then you can catch up on the cellar work.
I could do with the rest of the day off. Feel as if I've trodden every inch of Yorkshire.
Oh, you must have found him then.
Don't talk daft to the said.
Hey, I'm not talking daft, trod every inch of Yorkshire. I mean, circumstances are sad, but it'll do you good to get out and get a bit of exercise for a change.
Exercise? I'm only a stone heavier than I was my match-playing days. Fittest men in the world, top-class rugby league players.
Oh, and who's top class in here? Well, it must be you, Alan, because I never played.
I suppose it's too much to hope that you save me some food.
It's in the oven warming.
Cheers. I'm starving.
Oh, hello, can I help you?
I'd like half a lager, please, and a word with the landlord.
Yes?
Landlord or manager?
Well, the landlord, I think.
Well, you're looking at the wrong chap. I'm the licensee. He's my manager.
Oh, well, hello. I'm Helen Ackroyd. I'm your local reporter.
Well, no offence, miss, but I'm afraid I don't have the time at the moment.
Look, I am local, and I just want to get a bit of, background information on the little local boy who's missing before the tabloid vultures arrive.
Yes, well, I'm sure your motives are as pure as the driven snow, but I really don't have the time, and neither does my manager.
I'm on my break for the next half hour, Al, unless you've changed the rota.
I shall be in the back doing some paperwork.
I thought you said you were starving.
It's our duty to talk to press, Brit. I never shirked an interview in my playing days, and I don't see how I should start now.
What did you play? Football?
Football? I played a man's game. Rugby league. You probably heard of me. Terry Woods. Played for Saints, Wires, Halifax, and finished my career as a winged wonder of Farsley.
Yeah, I have heard of you, yeah. I follow Leeds, and a bit before my time, but my dad reckons you weren't bad in your day.
What are you doing?
A traffic survey. What does it look like? I've missed my bus.
Oh, lucky I came along then.
What's lucky about it? Somebody would have stopped.
It's lucky it's somebody you know. Could have been anybody.
And I'm supposed to be grateful you're a knight on a shiny motorbike, am I?
A knight with a spare helmet, anyway.
Protection to be worn at all times, eh?
Well, it is recommended. Look, I'm sorry you had to leave the party early last night. Perhaps we should do it again sometime.
Do what?
Have another party.
Maybe. Are you giving me a lift or what?
Sure.
So what are you saying?
In Connaughton. Look, I am local, and I do have the best interest of the little lad and his family in mind.
Aye, and I'm Ellery Hanley.
I know tabloid journalists have got a certain reputation, but I'm not one of them. Look, I care about my community and about the little boy who's missing from his family. Do you, know them?
Lad's name's Robert Sugden. His mum and dad are Jack and Sarah. He drinks bitter, she drinks lager. In here, anyway.
So what do you think's happened then? Abducted or what?
You won't print this because I've no proof.
Of course not if you don't want me to. Look, I just want some background information. Get the feel of what it's like for an ordinary family to have to search the countryside for their missing child.
Depends what you call ordinary, doesn't it?
How do you mean?
I've heard on good authority that she, Robert's mum, was sipping champagne with her fancy man when her husband Jack turned up.
Well, go on.
You won't say I said.
No, of course not.
So she, Sarah, Robert's mum, and he, bit on the side, are getting legless when Jack arrives, catches him at it and blows his top. Kid sees all this and does a runner. Simple as that.
So you think he's run away?
Pound to a penny. And who can blame him? They left baby in car.
You're joking.
I'm not. I'm a city lad myself. I thought country life would be boring. But I could tell you tales that would make your toes curl. No danger.
I bet you could.
Come in, Terry Woods. Your time's up.
Got a pub to run. Hang about for a minute, though. The wife will be on a break.
It's all clear down there, not a sight of sound on him. Don't waste your time looking there again. Right out.
Is there something down there that you don't want anyone to see?
Me and Seth got a bit of business down there. It's got nothing to do with anybody else.
So it's nothing to do with Robert missing?
Of course not, don't be daft.
But we've searched it thoroughly, lad. That lad's welfare is our priority.
So what is down there, then?
There's nothing down there that doubling your pocket money for the next month won't take care of, all right?
I'd invite you in for a coffee. Only they're likely to tear you limb from limb and feed you to the pigs.
Yeah, well, perhaps I'll just pass then on this occasion. Tina? Do you fancy coming out tonight?
No. Thanks for the lift.
I thought he would have been back by now. He's doing it just to teach us a lesson. Doesn't he realise that it's worked?
Kids of his age don't have much sense of time. There's still a strong possibility of him just turning up.
But suppose that was his original intention, just running away just for a bit, and now somebody's taken him. He could have got in anybody's car. He could have taken a lift, for heaven's sake.
He's got more sense than that. And he wouldn't do it. He's farm born and bred. He knows about strangers and danger. He's a down-to-earth lad, Sarah, with his dad's common sense.
If he's as stubborn as his dad, then he's in trouble. What a mess.
Jack? They've called the search off for the night.
You can't. There's still loads of places to cover.
It's best done in the light, Jack, rather than doing half a job now.
He can't survive a second night out. He's just a little kid.
He's probably a lot more resilient than you think. We'll start again first light. Go home, Jack. Get yourself some rest.
Oh, I thought you weren't coming out tonight.
You asked me if I fancied coming out tonight. I don't. I fancy stopping in.
It were dying seconds of game, so when I picked up ball from under our sticks, ran the length of the pitch and scored a try between their posts.
And then he woke up.
It's true.
Yeah, well, it's been fascinating talking to you, but I really must go.
We'll see you again, though, eh?
More than likely. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye now.
I hope you weren't too open with her. I've yet to meet a reporter who tells the truth as told to them.
It depends how you treat him. I've been dealing with press for years. She got nowt from me.
I know the feeling.
You sure you don't want anything stronger?
Coffee's fine, thanks.
Are you hungry? I've got some pasta in the fridge if you...
I had spaghetti bolognese for tea. Bet you can smell it on my breath.
Not from here.
Come closer. See if you can taste it.
You know, when I dropped you off, I thought you didn't want to know me.
I needed to think about it.
And what do you think?
I think that we should stop faffing about with coffee, asking if I'm comfortable and hungry and the rest of it, and get down to what I came here for.
What's that, then?
You, Luke. I don't do this a lot, but I don't see what the point of messing about is. I want you.